Well, that bright annoying ball in the sky that our idiot politicians and climate alarmists think that we have the ability to block, to quote unquote save the earth. I'm going to make it brighter. This is what cad yellow deep, cad yellow pale, yellow ochre, and some white. So I could go considerably lighter yet, but I don't think the painting warrants it. I don't want it evenly bright. I don't want a bright yellow circle. I mean, there are parts of the sun that aren't, you know, they don't reflect the sun. So we don't want it too bright. But I thought I'd make it a little more circular. I don't want a perfect edge because we do have moisture in the atmosphere, right? You know, oh man, I just keep being tempted. I could put another spot here and another one there and sharpen up the edge, and then I'd be tempted to put some of these colors in here, just the odd sparkle. And before you know it, I'd have one very weak painting, which I'm really not after here. I think that's going to do for the sun. And those trees. Yeah, it's the color saturation the camera cannot pick up under this lighting. I'll just give you a quick shot of it later once I've got the painting sitting in a better area. But I organized these trees a little bit, you know, laid some more color, more intense color. It's burnt sienna and white on these trunks. A little bit of ultramarine blue. If I just used burnt sienna and white, these would be too strong. Given that these trees really aren't lit by any direct sun, it's more ambient light. I left these pushed back, you know. It has a storybook look to it. I like that, works well. I might lay a stroke or two of light on the rocks. I don't even know if it needs it. But I'm glad that I defined these trees and organized them a little better than they were. Because now, you know, we could have a painting from, okay. Let me turn my viewfinder around so I can see what I'm talking about. We could easily have a painting from here up, you know? It's a nice composition. I prefer it the way it is. Obviously, that was the original plan. Let me see. Let me just back up here. I think that mostly I'm just going to need a signature. A signature, which will, in all likelihood, be very dark, and it'll be on the lower left. I have gone through the colors, I'm quite sure, all of the colors, as I have been painting it. So I don't think I'll revisit them unless you guys have a special request for a certain area. Yeah, this water, I laid in, I made it a little bit lighter in this area because, I'll back out a sec. These waves stood out a little bit too proud with a little too much strength. So I took a little bit of cad yellow deep, a little bit of yellow ochre, a little white, and a little bit of alizarin crimson, and went across here. Filled in this area with a little more intensity to help, again, unite this with this. That's worked. I'm actually very happy with it now. I also brought it higher, right up to the rock here. Had a thick line across here, joining these two bits of rock, and give it a bit of shape now. I think we're good there. All in all, the painting I think needs very little, if anything. As I said, I might put a stroke or two of light here, but I don't want to draw too much attention to these, you know. Anyway, we'll see. I've reached the point where I think I'm going to take it upstairs, live with it, and it's upstairs that I'll likely take the finished photograph of it. So you know, the next time you see it, it'll be complete. But there it is, with all of its garish glory around the sun, and hopefully I can get this to a spot that is not showing the sun that way, because my goodness, face to face in real life, it does not look like that at all. It looks much richer. It's really more of those kind of colors around the sun, and you don't see them now unless I zoom way in. They're a little more intense, but yeah, I like leaving, you know, some of that sun should be in the shade. Wait a minute.